Hey everybody, it's Keith McKeever again. I've got another Tip Tuesday for you. This one has to do with inspections. Now, our local contracts here have multiple inspections that you can mark on the contract that you would like to have. Now, of course, that's all part of negotiations, but those are things that you can ask for. Those would be your whole home inspection, your mold, your radon, or your well as septic if those happen to apply. Now, there's another section on there where you can mark additional inspections. Most commonly, what I find there would be a fireplace inspection or an HVAC inspection. But there's one more that I think you should consider, and that would be getting an expert in there, getting a plumber in there that can actually send a camera down those lines. Now, your septic gets inspected, but that's your tank. Now, they also check water flow. So if there's a problem, it could be discovered there. But if you've got the funds, and you want to try and protect your investment a little bit, go ahead and get that camera too. That way you can see if there's anything in that line between the house and the septic tank. Now, the big one here would probably be inside the town or anywhere you've got a public sewer, because you could end up having an older infrastructure, older style pipes. I see 100-year-old trees in lots of front yards and backyards. It's not uncommon for those root systems to get obviously massive. So as you can imagine, they have a tendency to go in there. You've probably heard horror stories about that. People having sewer backups in their basement because tree roots got in there and clogged it all up. I remember my grandmother had it back at her house years ago, and those things happen. So might as well think about spending the money and reserving that inspection and get somebody out there to send a camera down, just so you know what the actual condition of that pipe is, because it's buried under the ground. You have no idea. And you don't want to get in the house 6 months later and have a surprise and be like, oh, I didn't think that sewer line was actually that close to that tree. I didn't know it would be that affected. Now you're out hundreds or thousands of dollars to get things fixed that you could have known about up front. So just another thing, another tip, something for you to consider. It's not a bad idea. It's probably well worth the money, just about like any other inspection you would want, to know what the condition is. And then you've got more knowledge, and knowledge is power. And that's your tip for this Tuesday.